my channel is Jacques, and it is very fucking early. I wanted to make this video before I got out in the streets because it is something that has been asked about, or that I've actually seen a lot from other immigrants or brown people that maybe have lived in Mexico, lived in Spain, lived in different countries, right? Because let's be honest, in America, it's more prominent to have a black community, people of color community, where you can see yourself often represented, and you don't really have to feel like the outsider, or in a lot of cases, you don't have to feel like the novelty or the extra. And a lot of people have asked my opinion on that, being that I have lived in predominantly non-black spaces for 4 years. As someone that is very pro-black, I love being black, I love my black skin, I love everything about myself. It's never really bothered me, not for the representation, because I think I live in my own little world anyway, so I think I represent for myself, if that makes sense. So there's never not a time I'm not playing black music or some type of representation, or cooking. I cook as well, so there's not many things that I feel that I'm not a part of, because there's a lot of things when it comes to our community, and I say black community, when it comes to that I don't like, but not anything outside of superficial shit, like wearing labels and things like that. It just doesn't do anything for me. And I know that there's spaces in America that can be like that, but predominantly it's more about what you drive, what you wear, things like that. And for me, it's just like, I don't feel like that. So in a lot of ways, I feel like enriching my soul being in different countries. I never feel, again, I think as in my last video, I never feel the I'm black card when it comes to me being in these spaces. And I think it's also very interesting when I see another black person. So when I see another black person, we always wave, and it's always interesting for me to give that history to, whether they're Mexican and Argentinian or Spanish people, that reference, like, do you know them? I'm like, no. And they're like, but you guys wave to each other? And I'm like, oh no, that's a universal thing when we see each other. We speak to each other and things like that. And I think it's very interesting to not be afraid, because I think in a far video back, maybe when I first moved to Mexico, I said that living in different countries can be very isolating. It can be very different. It can be very lonely. It still holds true, but I think I've become more confident with the situation, because it's more so like, give the world my culture as well, And I could be one of those people that were not afraid, but just wanted to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable. You want to see people that look like you. You want to go to clubs with people that look like you, And I would say this in this case, I've never had an issue when I go to a club, whether it's in Mexico, whether it's in Spain, whether it's in London. Well, London was fine, where I wasn't able to request a song, of my choice, where, I wouldn't get them, that. I wouldn't give them none of that. But I would definitely give some recent Kendrick, B, Rihanna, whatever that I can conjure up of what the mood is of the club, but that can still get me my jeu, I'm good. And for those that are from a different country, jeu is more so like my groove, things like that. My jeu, give me my thing. But yeah, we were talking about that, and a lot of people were like, you never get lonely, like you never want to see people that look like you and things like that. I said, it doesn't bother me. I don't think I look at the world like that anymore. I think after living in different countries, I know what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna wash out like the black culture, so out of me. So for me, it's never like, no offense, but I'm never like, let's go to a Taylor Swift concert. I hold true to that. You know, if something like somebody like Meg Thee Stallion come to Barcelona or do something like that, I'm down for that, because that is still part of my culture. So for me, it's enriching myself and allowing myself to learn about different cultures, and it just really feeds my soul. So it doesn't really make me feel like I'm missing anything, because every time that I've gone back to America or seen certain things, it's always been the same shit, you know? So it's like, I'm actually not missing nothing. It's been 4 years and I'm not missing a thing. You know, the things are still what they are. So for the people that have asked that, I never really have a problem. I know that I talk to my sisters every day. I talk to my family every day. I interact with my friends every day from America. They're all black. So I just feel like I'm just on an extended vacation, and it's never really bothered me. I think I've said this in another video as well. I've never felt so non-black in other spaces outside of America, you know? Like, and I know people will probably try to take that and run with it, but it means that nobody's looking at me weird. If they are, I don't notice it. But again, it's certain little things. It's like the small things, like going into a store with my backpack, or walking into a store and not having somebody like just like looking at you weird. I never have that. And if it is, it's something that I don't notice, or it's something that I'm just oblivious to now, because I know, for one, I'm not doing whatever you may think I'd be doing. You know, for the people that know, they know in America, you go into a store or something, white people think that you steal. So I never had those situations. And that's just something that I just wanted to really express. I never really feel odd being the only black person in the party, and oftentimes I think it's because I see other brown people, even though I'm in Mexico and you know, that's not a race, but you know, I still look at them as brown people. So a lot of times it doesn't really bother me. I'm like, oh, my sisters look like you guys, you know, like, and if you guys, most of you have seen videos of pictures of my sisters, they're half Native American, half black. So it doesn't really bother me, and maybe that's why. But yeah, I would love to hear what your stories are when it comes to going to different countries, if you're the only black person, or if you are thinking about going somewhere. Do you automatically think like, I need community when you go to these spaces? Until next time, I love you guys dearly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and have a great fucking weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao.